you know? There's some stuff that looks really cool, but I don't know. Something about this one, I'm just not feeling it, man. I don't know. But maybe we can remedy that today. I've already seen the major trailer, so let's look at this clip here. I made an entire Megamind 2 reacting to the first 6 minutes in the theme song to the show.
You're in my personal...
Oh no, it's Shark Tale. I didn't know that Megamind 2 was actually, secretly, a sequel to Shark Tale.
Hello? Shut up! Shut up! You don't tell me shut up! I tell you shut up! What? Hello? Holy crap, I'm in
Suggest the portal bazooka!
Sorry, portal gun? He's got a mother flippin' portal gun? Entire thing got blocked, so hopefully that does not happen with this one. So, before we start, one thing I'll say is the animation does look a bit cheaper than the other installments of the Kung Fu Panda franchise, but that's not, you know, it's fine. If it's not as detailed as usual, it can still be great. There is some stylizing with the symbols. I'll show a picture of it here, but there is some stylization going on. Puss in Boots: The Last Wish was freaking incredible, but that promotional material did show off a bit more of the film's pizzazz, so who knows, maybe this could be, you know, a sleeper hit.
Stand back. I'm gonna kick my butt.
I do like that design. Okay. Okay, hold up. That's kind of cool. Hang on.
But
I'm getting some Puss in Boots vibes. This is what I wanted. And I'm pausing it often to avoid copyright, but that's actually really cool. This moment there, if this movie goes just full tilt, fully action, like the opening of the third movie, you know what? This is actually really working for me. That's cool. I love that. The cinematography still looks great. Damn, okay. You know what, actually? I'm getting the same vibes from these two. Maybe DreamWorks was just light in the marketing to save on cash, but I don't think the movie's gonna do well in theaters. It just doesn't have that marketing push behind it, you know what I mean? A lot of people have problems with Awkwafina being in this movie. I don't. I think she's fine. She's a fine actor. She doesn't really annoy me like she does a lot of other people. This does look cool. Yeah, the animation's not as detailed as before. See, like, there's very little texture on this brick here. The cinematography is there, and that's good to see. Like, that is a badass design. I love that. Great shot. Okay. Alright, I went into this video expecting me to just be like, I don't know. But this is really working for me. This, another cool shot. It's just crazy to think that another Kung Fu Panda movie is coming out in 5 freaking days. It just doesn't feel like it. But it didn't feel like it for Puss in Boots either, so this franchise has much higher standards than Puss in Boots did, and that's why I think I'm much more afraid of this one just not hitting the same. Music was great. The quote-unquote cinematography was great. This one could really hit. This one could hit, be a sleeper hit. So that's not the only clip. There are a few others. This one looks to be like a Dune Part 2 ripoff, which I think the Garfield movie did something like that too. Everyone's piggybacking on Dune 2, which is really interesting. Unless this is actually in the movie. But I doubt it.
just the right amount of spice. Oh,
Oh, you're adorable.
Okay. So, yeah, this fucking, yeah. This better be in the movie as a reference or I'm gonna be pissed, because this was actually beautiful. It looks like all the budget went to animating this parody teaser. So that's really interesting. God, this better be in the movie or I'm gonna... I mean, it's not, but something about this is just... It's a little off still, I don't know.
You can't defeat me.
Yes! Fuck! Shen. I would have rather have saved that for the movie, but they gave us 2 seconds of Shen.
Defeat me?
Gary Oldman's not coming back, is he? Let's check the cast. Chameleon, Shifu, Ping, Lee, Tailang Han, Fish Company. Gary Oldman is not in this cast list. He's probably just going to be in this one scene and that's it. Ian McShane is back as Tai Lung, but neither Kai or Shen have voice actors, so my prediction, Kai and Shen are going to be cameos in that one scene, just whatever. Tai Lung is the only one who's going to talk, and he will have a much more prominent role in this film, which I love Tai Lung, but Shen is definitely my favorite. This is already a pretty stacked cast still, so yeah. Understandable. I am gonna miss Gary Oldman though, unless he is in like a one-line cameo. That would be really nice. But, excuse me. Popcorn bucket? Where are the buckets? Okay. Could be worse. I like the takeout. This one, not really loving that one, but... Yo. Sorry, what? What the fuck is this? And they're not even charging that much for it. This one they are. This one? That's not a bad price for one that is pretty decent. Let's see if there's anything else here. Okay, I need to take a second. I don't have any hate against other YouTube channels. I'm not that kind of YouTuber, but screen culture, these guys really piss me off. Because, granted, they must have a really good Photoshop artist on their team. And shout out to them. But I hate that they don't even put concept in the title, right? So they're being even more slippery about it. I hate these channels that post new final trailer when it's not. You have to read the description. This is our new final trailer concept. Your channel exists to solely trick people. You're no better than those people who make those shitty food fight level bargain bin ass fires. It's just sad, man. But again, it's good Photoshop work, so it only works because you're so good at what you do. But I disagree with it on principle. Okay, I wanted to react to this too. This was 10 days ago. It's like a look behind the voices concept art.
The Dragon Warrior is back! Sorry!
Part of me worries that they're gonna lean really into the fat jokes in this one. The original trilogy was not above making these kinds of jabs at, you know, people who are bigger. But, you know, there's a lot of that in every single trailer. Oh, look, he's big. But maybe they'll do it tastefully.
The Dragon Warrior is...
I don't know how they got away with it in the other ones, to be honest.
Sorry! When I first heard...
I think it worked in the first movie because Poe used his weight against his opponent.
You want it? Come get it.
Oh! Finally!
And that needs to happen in this one, or else it's just fat jokes because funny. But if it's used with purpose, then that's great. That's a lot of subtext. Is that the right word? I hope it's done well is my point.
That they were going to make another Kung Fu Panda, I was like, yes! You know, once you've been on a magnificent journey, you always dream about one more.
We're taking...
Okay. At least Jack Black has his heart in it. This isn't a Johnny Depp Dead Man Tell No Tales situation. It looks like he actually wants to be in this movie and wants to play the character.
Him even further, and we're putting him in situations and action that you've never seen.
Alright, Mike Mitchell is the director. Mike Mitchell. Okay. So Mike Mitchell looks like he directed the third movie. And the third movie is, by pretty popular vote, considered the worst in the franchise. Not like bad, just not as good as 1 or 2. It lacked a lot of the nuance that the first two had, and the villain wasn't as strong. That's not to say he'll do the same thing this time, but Mike Mitchell being the director does make me worry a bit that it's not going to live up to the original hype of those first 2 films. I am not one to write off a film just based on something like that alone, so I hope he proves me wrong.
And we're putting him in situations and action that you've never seen before.
Awesome! Poe's becoming the spiritual leader, and he has to...
The lighting is nice. The animation, I think the trailers were a little misleading. The animation still looks pretty sweet. If anything, it looks more vibrant and colorful, which I'm totally down with. I hate how a lot of movies now look just bland as hell. So I'm glad. I'm glad this looks very colorful. Now, really, I guess it's not so much on the director as it's on the writers. So, let me actually look into who is writing this movie. This movie has 3 writers: Jonathan Abel, Glenn Berger, Darren Lemke. I might be saying those names wrong. I apologize. Okay, Jonathan Abel wrote Kung Fu Panda 1 and 2 and King of the Hill. Alright. That's strong. That's what I want to see. One of the original writers coming back. He wrote both the original 2. Darren looks like he's the new one. He wrote Gemini Man, Turbo, and Shazam. Okay. So at least we have 2 of the original writers back. That tells me that Poe's character is probably going to feel about the same, which is what we want.
Poe's becoming the spiritual leader, and he has to find a new dragon warrior. Funny, because I'm the dragon warrior.
I wonder why his title is being given up or passed on. I wonder how they're going to explain that in this movie.
We got James Hong, Ian McShane, legendary.
Damn.
Tai Lung, what a
Yes, boy. That's the most replayed for a reason.
legendary. Tai.
That's a badass shot. Okay. This singular frame has reignited the hopes that this will be good.
Lung, what a character.
You know, this character doesn't seem too bad.
Nothing about you says dragon or warrior. And she...
But it's a hard character to pull off, especially nowadays. I know the Critical Drinker probably gonna have a field day with this one. Well, probably not. This is animated. But still, this kind of a character, the cocky protege, is kind of a toxic character by nature, and if she's written to be an asshole, that's how the audience is gonna view her. Hopefully, she is, a strong female character who gets to be strong by going through some development. She doesn't have the new Mulan powers of Chi, where she's just never gets hurt, never has to work for it, and she's just amazing at everything. Hopefully the writers take this character and give her a bit more of a nuance to her.
She has a wry sense of humor.
Nothing about you says dragon or warrior.
And she has some secrets as well.
Nice concept art, though.
Who's that?
The most powerful shape-shifting sorceress, the chameleon.
I wanted to play a villain.
Alright. Give me a good villain. Every single installment in the Kung Fu Panda franchise is determined by the quality of its villain, essentially. Shen. Freaking fantastic. Some people still prefer Tai Lung. It's so close for me. Kai just wasn't that great. Had a great design, fighting style, but the voice actor just didn't really lean into it as the other 2 did as much, in my opinion. And they just didn't give him enough of a serious stage presence. So hopefully the chameleon is more than just flashy tricks. Hopefully she has some sort of gravitas to her.
At last, my destiny approaches.
Viola Davis is a world-class actor.
She can transform into any character, big or small.
I'm the chameleon. I do nothing but change.
Yeah, that's cool. See, I'm repeating myself now, but essentially, the villain being a chameleon who can change into other people's fighting styles. It's probably, if I had to predict the arc she's gonna go through in this film, it's gonna be like, just be yourself, stop trying to be other people, or maybe she won't turn around to the good side. Actually, none of Kung Fu Panda's villains were redeemed, they were just defeated. Shen was almost redeemed, but that definitely did not work. Tai Lung definitely not redeemed, so maybe the chameleon will be the first one to actually change and come around to the good side. That could work. In fact, I hope that's what happens. This is the kind of stylization I'm talking about, man. Look at that. These patterns in the middle. That's cool. It feels much more Avatar than the others did.
The fight scenes are so detailed.
Oh, and that was definitely his fighting style. That block, I've seen these movies enough times to know that she is also copying his fighting style, which is pretty cool.
Harmful at all. It looks so innocent, and then all of a sudden.
The thing with the bunnies is it's kind of an overplayed trope. I hope they don't lean into it too much.
There's so much that...
The cute character who's violent, I mean, we've seen that 1,000 times before. It's funny, but I hope they don't rely on that for the comedy.
His POV and then swinging around.
Very cool camera, though.
It's really dynamic.
Yeah, I'm feeling it.
Wow, that was close.
There's a real richness to this world. It starts off...
Okay, I'm probably not going to finish this. Maybe I'll skip around a little bit. I don't want to spoil too much. This whole experience... Ooh, that's really pretty, actually. But basically, this whole experience did give me a bit more confidence with this. I'm going to go into it with a bit more of an open mind. A lot of this camera work, lighting effects, looks pretty cool. Some of the lighting isn't as deep as the other ones are. That's okay. As long as it's well written, I don't care. Let me know in the comments what you think of this movie so far, based on everything we saw. This is what's going to carry my expectations. You better give me this exact frame in the movie. Give it all the time it needs. I want to see a Tai Lung Shifu rematch, because that would actually be hype as fuck.